welcome back to the channel Edify. Today we're gonna look into the last unit of our first playlist, Pedagogy of English 2. Yeah, this is Pedagogy of English part 2, fifth unit and the last unit. So here it is all about assessment in Pedagogy of English. This is the unit. So here we're gonna understand the role of assessment in English language teaching, the tool, the type, the technique for effective evaluation. So this is completely for teachers. Next, introduction. So what assessment is? It is all about testing the learner's performance. Testing the learner's performance. So exactly it is the process of checking and testing the learner's observation, understanding, knowledge, skill, everything. So in common, assessment is the process of measuring learner's performance, skill, knowledge in English. So it is all about it hides the wealth of meaning, subtext, historical arguments, everything will be there. And what is the purpose? Why should we do this assessment? To check learning process. We should check how the learning progress is going. Progress is nothing but how it is going on. So each unit will be conducting a test, unit test. Then we'll be conducting a midterm test, quarterly test, half-yearly test, everything. Then annual. No one will go straight to the final examination. Even in colleges or schools, every model test will be there before going to the main exam. So that is how we'll check the students' learning progress. It is a chance for them to self-check and even for a teacher to check their student. And identify strength and weakness. It's not like if a student is getting low mark, out of 50, if the student is getting 30, 20, even 10 or 1, it should be identified that strength and weakness. Even the 0 mark student will have good handwriting. But the student who got full mark might not have that much good presentation. So, it is the teacher's responsibility to check proper strength and proper weakness of a student. Yes. Okay. And to improve teaching methods. So, it's not only that student have to learn, student have to re-study. No, teachers also have to sit and rework on the teaching methods based on the percentages the students got. The individual attention needs to be given to the student. So, this is the purpose of assessment. Okay, what is the importance it have? It is helping in measuring the language proficiency. The language proficiency will be measured. Providing the feedback to teachers and learners. We should provide feedback to the teacher and learner. So when a subject teacher corrects us, the head of the subject and the principal in the school will look into that and give feedback. And even teacher will self-evaluate their students' performance based on their teaching methods. Help in curriculum improvement. Yeah, even we have to look into the syllabus. There are some times that the syllabus is so hard to this particular class. Grade 5 is student is studying grade 7th content. That's completely wrong. So it have to be changed. Mistakenly, it might happen sometimes. Motivate learner to achieve better results. So we shouldn't be like you are doing poor. No, you have to can do better. Our words matter to the students. So teachers, be careful with your words. Make the students motivated to get the better results. Okay, what are the types of assessment you think that we have? Formative assessment and summative assessment. So, what is formative? It is like continuous evaluation during the course. Example, the oral discussion you have. The class activities you have, like the day before you done one lesson, the second day you will ask some questions about the previous day's lesson and then you will start your class. This I have posted in the shorts video. You can watch the tips for better teaching. Okay, yeah, coming back to this. The oral discussion, quizzes, class activities is like formative assessment. What is summative assessment? conducting at the end of the unit or a term. Example, final exam, projects, presentation, it will be big. As I told you, the pre-preparations is called formative assessment and the main is called summative assessment. So these are the types of assessment. Okay. Next, methods of assessment in English. What are the methods we have? Written test, oral test, performance based, portfolio assessment. These things are there. What is written? We know very well written is what popular in our country. So essay, letter, comprehension, everything includes in written. Oral test, reading aloud. This activity is also really oral test. Many teachers believe that oral test is not included in reading aloud. Reading aloud is the best practice to make the student read without any errors. And storytelling, interviews, etc. Performance based is role play. They present themselves in role play, which we seen in activity based learning. Presentation, debates. This performance based is completely activity based learning. Portfolio assessment, collecting and reviewing students' work over time. Doing a portfolio and reviewing, students' work will be reviewing at the year end and will be giving a feedback, that kind of thing. Okay, what are the tools that can be used in assessment, do you think? Rubrics and checklist. We should have a particular rubric. So if the assessment is really creative, bonus points will be given. If it is in the perfect space, then full mark. If it is with some drawbacks below this level, then this is like 7-8 marks. Like that, the rubric should be set before evaluating the assessment, before giving the assessment. Observation. Teachers should monitor how the students communicating. Even though they prepared best PowerPoint, they may not know how to present it. So it's teacher's duty to observe that and correct. Self and peer encouraging plays always important role. So teacher should encourage the student and see how they are collaborating and learning it. The group performance is really important. Yeah. Online tools. Nowadays, online tools are becoming so popular. Google Forms. Even a child can create a Google Form. So, teachers can create a Google Form and send it to the students and they can self-evaluate truly. And Kahoot, quiz. There are many apps that are available to take a quiz test, which is really strict tabs, which will not allow any other tabs to go, and straight away they can sit and practice it. Next, characteristics of a good assessment. So what is assessment? What is good assessment, bad assessment? There is good assessment and bad assessment because everything need proper validity, reliability, fairness, particularity. So this is all about the proper hard work and the perfection the teacher and students are doing in their activity. The teacher can prepare a best activity, but the student might do the miscellaneous activity. Same thing. Some teachers might not be prepared for the activity. Unfortunately, they have to do. At that time, it get collapsed. That will be a bad assessment. So here, there is a characteristics for good assessment. Measure what intends to measure. This should be validated properly. And the consistent result is important because the student should get engaged in the activity. The assessment. Free from bias. That shouldn't be favorite students at all. Everyone will be equal to the teacher. Not only in the assessment area, in every area, the student should be very equal to the teacher. Especially in evaluating. And practicality. Easy to administer and score. It shouldn't be like so tough, so complicated. The teacher shouldn't be proud that I made such a difficult question. No, it should be understandable question. Students should think and answer. It shouldn't be like none of the students answered is not a proud to the teacher. Every student answered is what a proud moment to a teacher. Okay. Next, challenges in assessment. Of course, everywhere the challenges is here. Learning environment, of course. Time consuming for teachers. Time will consume a lot if the teachers are following proper method. Then, subjectivity in evaluating and written tasks. See, when we are preparing assessment, normally it's easy. But when you include a subject and a concept, there comes a struggle. And language, of course, some learners will have language barriers as well. We have to balance this formative and summative. Whatever they read in a formative, they should be useful to the summative assessment as well. It should be there. The coherence should be there. Okay. Sorry for the screen's trouble. Yeah. So that should be there. Next. Best practice. Everything. Practice maketh a man perfect. This is my professor used to tell this repeatedly in my college days, that practice make the man perfect. Yes. Use variety of assessment methods, not the same boring methods. Variety is important to a students in their age, of course. Provide constructive feedback. Constructive criticism is really important. It should be balanced. Both good and bad should be there in a proper manner. Involve student in self-evaluation. Let them evaluate their quiz answers and then they'll know that it's right and wrong. Aligning with learning objectives. Again, when it comes to specific subject, there will be a trouble, we said, right? So here again, aligning with that learning objectives is one of the challenge. So yeah, we came to the conclusion. Assessment is not just grading, it is a tool for learning. Always we have to remember that everything is not mark based, everything is not money based in common. It is all about learning. Learning cannot be replaced with anything else in the world. We learn till the end of our life, till we become ash, we learn. So it's a best tool. Assessment is a best tool for learning. And if the assessment is really effective, that gonna give you the language proficiency. And even critical thinking, everything will be there. And teaching and learning should have balanced approach. Assessment helps for that. Okay, I hope you guys grasped complete 5 minutes of Pedagogy of English in very simplified manner, which will take hardly 15 minutes. So enjoy the video, learn it and write it. Thank you. Bye. We'll meet you in the next series of another paper. And I wish you people to drop down the comments in whichever topic you need a video. Bye. Take care.